How to get targeted website traffic. The importance of targeted website traffic cannot be underestimated, although there is absolutely nothing technical about generating this traffic. It is just the flow of people to and from your website, which is of crucial importance because your traffic will also equate directly to your pot of potential customers. You want as much traffic as possible for this very reason. Unfortunately, you cannot just sit back once you have a website published on the internet, and at this point, many people start to encounter some problems because, in order to get traffic, there must be promotion through at least one avenue, although more are always welcome. To drive traffic to your website, merely having a constant flow of people visiting your website is not necessarily going to do you a lot of good either. For best effect, the traffic that you need to harness must be targeted. So, what you want, and what you need to succeed in any internet marketing venture are sources of targeted website traffic. Point 1 of the best ways to explain targeted traffic is through this example. Assuming you had a website that is centered on car valeting and detailing. It would be a place where your visitors could check out various techniques of detailing, learn about some of the common problems when valeting vehicles, and so on. Now, if you somehow ended up getting a bunch of traffic, but it all came from people looking for Monty Python scripts, well, you'd undoubtedly notice that most of your visitors just leave your website immediately since it is not what they were looking for. Okay, that is a slightly off-the-wall example, but it serves to illustrate the point fairly well. Even if your visitors were looking for something more closely related to your niche, such as valeting product tips or paint touch-up tips, the end result would be the same once they discover that you are not offering what they want. You want the traffic that does get to your website to consist of people who actually want to learn about car valeting and detailing and are genuinely interested in it. If you can get a steady stream of such people flowing in, then without a doubt your conversion rate would be higher. At the end of the day, the more tightly focused and targeted your traffic is, the better your results. All too often, a website does not get traffic simply because there are no real and reliable efforts carried out to do so. Sometimes, this is because of a lack of knowledge, but most times it is more due to the making things too complicated and not taking action. Even if the action taken is not perfect, some action is far better than no action at all. Best advice as far as generating traffic is concerned is therefore to pick something and stick with it. Then, once you're done, pick something else and stick with that too. This way, at very least you'll end up with a couple of well-developed streams of traffic, which may not be perfect, but will still end up bringing in visitors. For a long time now, search engines have been at the very heart of the internet experience, by being the navigation method of choice. All that has changed is the popularity of various search engines over the years, with Google currently dominating the pack by a significant margin. With this in mind, it is reasonable to want to be getting your slice of the pie as far as search engine traffic is concerned, and how that can be done is simply by ensuring your pages start to show up within the first page, or at least, first few pages, of search engine results for terms of your choice. These terms are known as keywords, and they're what form the brunt of how you can get targeted search engine traffic. In order to find out what keywords to aim for, there is some research that needs to be done. Fortunately, it isn't too complicated a process, but there are just a few concepts behind selecting good keywords that should be discussed. It is the amount of searches of the keyword you're looking at, and is either measured as searches per month or searches per day. It should go without saying that more searches is definitely better. For each keyword, there are bound to be at least some competing websites also targeting the same term, although, maybe not by purpose. Just searching for the keyword you're looking at in Google will give you an idea of how many competing websites there are. If there aren't many, then that's great for the keyword. What you're looking for is a high number of searches for a keyword with very little competition. One of the easiest keyword tools to get started with is Google AdWords Keyword Tool. To further narrow down keywords, there are the questions of how targeted it is, and also, how profitable. A targeted keyword is really just one that relates to the niche that you're in fairly well, but profitability of a keyword is a completely different kettle of fish. Point 1 of the most common ways that marketers measure profitability is to see if, when the keyword is searched for on Google, any advertisements appear. If they do, then chances are that it is a fairly profitable keyword. The other way to do so is simply trial and error. Based on these considerations, it should not be too difficult to come up with a reasonably sized list of good keywords that can be used to target search engine traffic.